Tottenham Hotspur are in utter disarray. What is going on with Tottenham Hotspur Football Club? And most importantly, the Kauff is live on his own. What is happening? Tune in right here for all the juicy details. Welcome back to Tottenham on Tour, the world famous home of Levy Out. There's no one else streaming at the moment. There's literally no one streaming on the world of Spurs YouTube. So I was bored. I've been playing video games the entire day. I was like, I can't be asked to play video games anymore. So I'm going to jump on. I'm going to jump on. I'm going to do it. I'm going to jump on and we're going to talk with you wonderful people. And we're having this is a while. Oh God, my internet is really not having a good day, is it? We will soldier on. We will soldier on. Welcome back to Tottenham on Tour. Brian is working. I have no idea where the roadman is. Ireland is really busy as well. So it's just me. It's just me. You're all stuck with me now. You're stuck with me in my orange jumper. But let's have a chat about Spurs. We're going to be going live for the next hour. I want to hear all your views. I want to hear your clues. Basically, it's a venting session. It's a venting session. And that's always a laugh. A venting session is always needed once in a while. We're probably not going to get many views, but we haven't streamed for a long time. But we're here. But without further ado, I need a pint. And yes, this is a pint, but I've just drunk most of it and I put it in a 230. Well, a pint could get in this, but let's see who's in the chat. I've got my pint. I'm going to talk about Spurs. Let's see who's in the house. We've got Rinketic's in the house. Good to see you, Rinketic. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're well. I hope you actually have seen some movies recently because you have the worst movie record in the history of Spurs YouTube. But good to see you, Rinketic, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. We got Scotty M saying Levy out, Ange out, Rinketic out. Yes, Rinketic out as well, especially with his poor movie choices. Good to see you guys back. Hope you had a great holiday season outside of Spurs. We're going to talk about Spurs in a minute. We're going to talk about Spurs in a minute. But good to see you, Scotty M. Hopefully you're well, bud. Hopefully you're well. We've got Finn Ripwood's in the house saying, big up, lads. Great to see you guys back. Levy out. Ange out. We'll talk about Ange Postecoglou. We'll talk about Ange Postecoglou. Lol, as I said, it turns out I should have said guy. Yes, it's this guy. This guy indeed. He is back. He is back. The lone soldier. We got the Sheriff TTID. Good to see you, Sheriff. Hopefully you're well, bud. Hopefully you're well, buddy. We got the lovely Kate Rickson. Good to see you, Kate. Hi, Ben. Hopefully you're okay. I'm good. I'm really good. It's been a really good Christmas season. But yeah, it's unfortunately something we've got to talk about right now because I mean, I've been waiting basically for something like this because I really need to vent. The problem is not a lot of Spurs YouTube creators invite me on their shows, so I don't have a chance to vent. Sava invites me on a lot, and Kate invites me on a few times. I get invited on Kate's a lot, but there's no love for the Kauff. There's no love for the Kauff, so I need to wait to do it. I've even got the fidget spinner out. We got Nige Purecoys. Good to see you, bud. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. It's not. That's what you drink, mate. That's what you drink. We've got Paul Brown saying, evening, Ben, and season's greetings. Season's greetings to you. Happy Hanukkah to anyone that's watching. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Speaking of popping up.
Yeah, how are we doing, people? Listen, Ben, I'm gonna let you crack on with the show, but I've got a 15-minute break, and just wanted to come and say hello to everyone. I'm literally all I'm going to do, because I've got the kettle boiling before I go back to work. I put a pretty in-depth message in the Tottenham on Tour chat yesterday, and I've sent it to a few people now.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to read this out, then I'll let you crack on, because this is basically where I am after yesterday. It's a message I sent out to a few people. And apologies if I didn't send it, and there's a couple of people I should have sent it to in this chat, and I forgot to. So I'm just going to read this out and let you crack on and kind of set the tone. So I wrote to a few people yesterday saying, I'm still absolutely furious. I'm disgusted at what was our once football club has become. An owner I'll gladly do time for, and I'll say that on here. I don't care anymore. Directors that only care about finances. A manager that is so fucking stubborn. Players that are crybaby bitches and have no respect, desire, passion, fight, pride, or respect for the badge and simply don't care. A large section of this fan base has allowed this club to allow this to happen and will continue to allow this club rot. Blame whoever the hell you want. But if you blame the players, but if you go for it's the players, Levy signed off on all of them and was the reason many didn't come and reason why many have left. If you want to blame managers, Levy appointed every single last one of them and screwed all of them up, whether it was not getting in genuine quality, and when we did have it, sold them for top money only to buy quantity instead of quality. Every fucking thing that is rancid at this football club has Levy's handprint all over it. The club is crumbling, the heartbeat is slowing down, and everything okay on the footballing side is shutting down like vital organs do when it's almost time for us to leave this world. I'm falling out of love with my beloved Tottenham Hotspur, my first love, all of our first love. I currently do not care if we win, lose, or draw. I don't care who we hire. I don't care who we fire. I don't care who we sell. I don't care who we buy. All I care about is getting that fucking wanker out of our club and making his life miserable whilst he owns this football club. I will stop at nothing to give our beloved Tottenham Hotspur the CPR it needs to hopefully restore its glory and standing. All that matters to me now is getting Levy out of N17. Until that time, I could not care what happens on the pitch, just like them, because I have fallen out of love with Tottenham Hotspur. I do not recognise it anymore. So whilst there is blood circulating in my veins, air going through my lungs, and my heart is beating, all that matters is him and those board members that are hiding in the Levy shadow, that are all financial directors, not one footballing. Until they're all gone, nothing on the pitch changes. No matter who you want to blame, who you want to buy, who you want to sell, who you want to bring in at any level of football, it's all fucked until Levy goes. So we all need to come together and give the kiss of life to this football club, because it is dying. It is dying and will continue to rot until Levy and the board are out of this football club. And Ben, I'm going to leave it there and let you crack on with your pop up. But I just had to get it out there, and because I'm done.
It's spite the views, Aki. That's what we need.
I don't care. Listen, do we beat Wolves? Don't care. Do we beat? The only game I care about is the filth. That's it. Yeah. Everything else, this club can rot, and let it rot. And only when it's rotten and crumbling will people go, "Oh my God, I didn't see it. Oh my God, I've been taken." The club's dead. The club is dead. Yeah. There used to be a football club there. It is now a multi-purpose entertainment arena with a fucking ever-growing property portfolio that plays football as a side hustle. And on that note, and as always, Levy out.
Yalla, Aki. Yalla. Yalla. Well, that was very spicy. That's what we want to see. I'd probably lose all my viewers, but nah, it is what it is. We're only going live for an hour. It is what it is. We got Hennessy with 11 months. Thank you so much for the continued support, buddy. Thank you so much for the continued support. We have Tom81s in the house, and oi, oi, we're here. We had a great Christmas, mate. Big love. This man here, Tom81, shower him with love. He is an absolute legend. He's going through a bit of a hard time at the moment. Send this man all the love you can muster. What a legend this guy is. What a guy. We've got Ryan McFarlane's in the house. Sorry to everyone I didn't get to say hello to whilst Brian was having his rant, but I'll say hello to you. Yes, we are. We're still club's gone. Club's gone. We have Nick at Roundtable Talk saying, afternoon, gentlemen. Just brought by to say smash a like and send you guys positive vibes. But Andy Lloyd, good to see ya. Rich S. Man. Yet again, Brian speaking the truth. Well said, Archie. Well said, Archie, indeed. Big up. Well said, Brian. Even if Pep would struggle to manage his club, Levy and Ian out. Well said, Brian. Invite me to your Gooner channel. Levy out. Good evening, Sir Brian and Ben. Why do I not get a knighthood? Brian's colleagues after his lunch break. Yes. Like Tottenham, profit before glory. It's yep. The truth. Who knows? But good to see you, Finny, as well. Good to see you, Finny. Tom is the richest man I know. Do you? No, I don't, mate. No, I do not. Very kind words, Ben. Thank you so much, mate. What an absolute legend. We got popping balloons inside the stadium. It's got to be the tipping point, the top excuse for a management team. Out of our club, I've never felt so low about my team in 50 years. We got Dan. Good to see you. On the no keeper note, we're tactically inept on top of it all. We've got a chairman that cares more about effing Squid Game than our club. It's absolutely, yes, just vent, everyone. It's not the views of Tottenham on tour because we all know every single member. Well, you don't really, because you don't really see Ireland. We know what Brian says because you've watched him on all the different channels. I'm going to say this bluntly. This is my view only. I want this manager out of this football club as quickly as physically possible. People can laugh at me. People can disagree with me. People can say I'm not footballing, and they can call me every name under the sun for all I care. As someone that goes to that ground every single week almost, I've never seen a worse setup football-wise from a Tottenham team in my entire life. And that includes Jacques Santini. It includes David Pleat's team that was awful. It includes Ryan Mason. It includes Juande Ramos, who got 2 points from 8 games. This is the worst Tottenham manager I have ever seen in my entire life. And that is... I'm going to go. I sent this in the Tottenham on Tour group yesterday. I have to keep up with Brian. Brian's got me fired up. Brian has got me fired up. Go through the Tottenham on Tour chat. Where is it? Is this yesterday? Here are the managers that have managed Tottenham Hotspur in my lifetime. Christian Gross. He's better. Christian Gross. David Pleat 3 times because he was the caretaker manager. Glenn Hoddle. Jacques Santini, Martin Jol, Juande Ramos, Harry Redknapp, AVB, Mauricio Pochettino, Mourinho, Nuno, Conte, and Ange. In context, this is the worst manager that I've ever seen. Because you can say, yeah, Christian Gross might have been the worst manager, but look at the team he had. The team was awful. Juande Ramos didn't have the greatest team on the planet, but he had players like Modric who were just coming into the team, and he lost his 2 best strikers. He lost his 2 best strikers in Keane and Berbatov to Manchester United and Liverpool. David Pleat took over from managers. Glenn Hoddle had an awful team. He was getting Chris Perry signed. He wanted players like Samuel Eto'o in the team, and he got players like Chris Perry. Straight up. Martin Jol was a far better manager than Ange Postecoglou. Juande Ramos has won more at an elite level than Ange Postecoglou. Pochettino is like it's not even measurable. It's not even measurable on a Richter scale how much better. How's his stats compared to someone? Get me the stats for how much better. What's Jerry Francis? Hey Siri. What's Jerry Francis's win ratio for Tottenham? See, he's thinking about it. No, it's not. Ange is the worst manager in the Premier League right now, and likely a bunch in the Championship are better. I'm still frustrated we still didn't get Poch back. Me too, buddy. Get big. No, it's a bit too. I like Gary O'Neill more. Gary O'Neill has been found out as well, to be honest, mate. Look, here's the thing: a lot of people in rebuttal to people saying, I think we should remove the manager and get someone else in, they immediately go, oh, but Conte and Mourinho didn't work. There is a spectrum. At one end, you've got Antonio Conte and Jose Mourinho, and the other end, you've got Ange Postecoglou. Why are Tottenham fans like this? Why are Tottenham fans like this? Why can't we just have a manager that is here? Why has they got to be ultra attacking or ultra defensive? Why can't we just have a sensible football manager? Why? It's embarrassing. It's mind numbing. Why? Because I hate the point scoring. I'm not one of these people that can say, you said this. It's not me. I only say what I think. I hate the word truth. I can only see what I see out of these, and I read on the paper. And then I can come up. I think I'm intelligent enough to come up with my own opinion, because that's what I've done my entire life. When I look at this team and when I see this team in the flesh, and I was at that Liverpool game the other day, I've never seen any team, and it's not just Liverpool that would have done that to us. Any team with two competent wingers against us last Sunday or this Sunday just gone, that Liverpool, any team with two decent wingers would have torn us to shreds that day. Even a Brentford, a Brighton, any team with decent wingers would have torn us to shreds. And I was saying this to Graham, big up the arm of Graham, or the name of Graham if he turns up in the chat. We were talking in my shop last week before we broke up for Christmas. And we basically predicted the Liverpool game. We predicted it because it was on Friday last week. It's Friday last week. And Graham said, if Man United had two decent wingers, they would have put 4 past us. Other than the 3 goals they already scored. Like, literally, every time they went forward, because their wingers were so bad, they couldn't do anything. They literally couldn't do anything. Turns up Liverpool, who have got Salah on one wing, Dias on the other wing, and they've got Cody Gakpo, who's quality. Cody Gakpo. A lot of people are saying, Cody Gakpo wouldn't get in the Tottenham team. We've got Solanke. Cody Gakpo wouldn't get in our Spurs fans. I love Spurs fans because there's always a bit of hope. There's always a bit of hope. But it's just like, I'm going to shake the table in a minute. It's just that we're like, it's so frustrating. I wish we could have a player like Cody Gakpo. Why can't we have these players? So many players would get in our team, and we're coping. We're like, oh no, he wouldn't get in our team. We've got him. He wouldn't get in our team. We're class, mate. This is just going to be a monumental rant for me. Sad thing is, it wouldn't take too much to change and improve our current situation. This manager is putting his own interest before that of his team. He's also using Maddison as a scapegoat. I also agree with you, buddy. I totally agree with you. The amount of Tottenham fans that I'm seeing on the internet slaughtering, not critiquing James Maddison, slaughtering him, saying, I'll sell him. He's not good enough. He doesn't run enough. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. Isn't James Maddison our highest goal contributor this year? Like, what? Why are you asking a player that his entire career has never been a guy? He's never been a guy that you expect to track back. He's never been that guy. He's never been that guy. He's our highest goal contributor. And you're asking him to run back and do the dirt. That's why you have a defensive midfielder. But of course, no. We don't play with a defensive mid. That's not what Ange wants. It's not what he wants, mate. It's not what he wants. What other manager in world football doesn't have a defensive midfielder? Yep. Andrew, yep. Ethel Manny. We got James Fowler. Good to see you, bud. Good to see you. I'm going out for my brother's birthday tonight, Chef. So I'll see if I'm busy. We in free fall, don't you think? Yeah, we could. We literally could because we've got no players left. Yes, I've got. I don't know what the beer is, but it's from Arbor in Bristol. It's a Canadian style brewery, which is why they got the Canadian maple leaf on their thing. But it's really, really lovely. So I'm drowning my sorrows in this, Kate. Thank you for asking. Trust the process to the championship. It's hopium. Hello, big up. We haven't been class since 1994, the year before I was born. Maybe I'm the problem, guys. The moment I was born, Tottenham went like that. Who would have thought? Got John Fitzpatrick. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Hi, boys. Angie's doomed. It's all his own fault. Yes, it is, mate. Big up, Kauff. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Big up, Brian. Hopefully, evening, Brian. Hope you're okay. We got Eugene. Good to see you, Eugene. Big up, Bristol. Sonny and Gray being hung out to dry. Yes. I totally agree with you. It was on Tottenham away last night because I was watching Tottenham away. Last night. And I don't know which person on it might have been Maz, actually. It might have been Maz. Ryan's asking for the link. Ryan's got to behave himself. I need to actually try and load WhatsApp. But what managers do is they cater to their system to compensate for their players' weaknesses. But what our manager does is he plays a system that actually exposes them. So Brennan Johnson and Son Heung-min are two very prime examples. Neither of them are touchline wingers. Both I like Brennan Johnson, and I will support Brennan Johnson. He's not the greatest footballer in the world, but one thing he does do is he finishes them. He's got a good goal-scoring record. He's our highest scorer this season for an idea. But there's one thing that Brennan Johnson doesn't do. He doesn't track back. And I don't expect him to. And he doesn't cross the ball high. He crosses the ball low because he's not a very good crosser of the ball. And let's face it, but there is one thing that Brennan Johnson is good at, is getting into the back post and finishing it. So why in the goddamn way are you playing Son Heung-min, one of our most lethal goal scorers in the history of the football club, far out on the left, on the touchline, and why are you playing our top goal scorer this year far out on the... It makes no sense. When you've got, and this is the funny thing, you've got Udogie and you've got Pedro Porro, who are both great wing backs. That is what they were brought in for. They are wing backs. They play in a 3-5-2 system. Porro for Udinese in Italy and Porro for Sporting Club de Portugal in Portugal, respectively. Both of them are great out wide. So why are two wing backs playing number 10 next to Solanke, and why is Son and Brennan Johnson out wide? It's bonkers. It is ridiculous. Sonny shouldn't have to do any... and yes, I do agree with some Eugene's, and maybe his legs are done. Maybe Sonny's legs are done, and you would expect that for a 32-year-old winger. Maybe his legs are starting to slow down. So, to compensate for that, and you know that Sonny is still a very good finisher, you get him closer to goal and you tell him, shoot on sight, get him in the penalty box and say, Sonny, you got a clear sight at goal, shoot. You get the ball on the edge of the box, shoot. That is what he's good at. It's what he's been good his entire career. Not our manager. He has to do the legwork. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. Angie, they should all go. They should all go for me. Yes, he should be. Absolutely. He might be done, Eugene. He might be done. But they should be closer. Look at never has to do donkey work. Does what is best. And look at him playing absolutely outstanding. This is how correct. You playing them there because you have no idea of football. Andrew will only play the stupid inverted fullbacks who come to them. It is what it is. Udogie never seems to get in Son's way. Always seems to get in Sonny's way. Overcomplicated tap before there. We take a shot at the opposition. Have regrouped. Udogie should be going down that left wing constantly. He's a very athletic footballer. He is very quick. He shouldn't be inside. He shouldn't be doing in it. Get him in the tap. Get him in the top. That's what he's good at. Finishing the top 5 league. You're probably right, Philly. You're probably right. But I think he could still be a good finisher. Get him in a part of the world where he can shoot and he will score goals. I agree. I agree with you, Gerhard. Good evening, Psycho. Good evening, Psycho teacher. I heard Gray is now the reason we don't. It's ridiculous. And I really like Archie Gray. I think he's you can go at me if you think I'm wrong, but I've watched him play football. I've watched him play football multiple times now, and I've seen Archie Gray play football, and I see a kid with all the talent in the world, and I see that he's got a good attitude. It's the two things I see from him. But he is now being hung out to dry by this manager. He's being hung out to dry. Wolves look sharp and fast yesterday, and they've got 2 very good wingers. I'm a fan of people have laughed at me. I am a fan of Huang Hee-chan. I always have been. I like Huang Hee-chan. I think he's a very, very underrated footballer. And if Ryan G comes into the chat, he'll tell me I'm wrong but I like him. And he'll score goals against us. They're not wrong, mate. He's taken over mid-season. Let's see what he gets. This is a manager that's had 6 games. Our managers have too many. We got Steve D. Good to see you, mate. Is your tree still blocking the door? Number 8, please. No, they're not. No, they're not. They should be closer to the striker. And your system and tactics don't work. Son is our player, killing hamstring. I personally agree with you. Problem a lot of times closing down like Forest goal. Gibbs White's a really good footballer. It's a really good football. Buy more players and same tactics won't change anything. I agree. I would love to see your lineup after your opinion on certain players. I would play if I had the players. I would play 3-5 with the squad we've got. I would play a 3-5-2. That we've got 2 excellent wing backs. We've got Kulusevski, who can play really well in that advanced 8 position, and he's been our best player this year. I'll play James Maddison as the number 10. I would buy a defensive midfielder. That will drop into the back 3 when we need him to. We've got 3 very good players that can play in that. Van der Ven should be in a back 5 because of his pace. Romero should be in a back 5 because he's aggressive. And Dragoshin is a good centre-back for defending in the air. If you look at our squad, it screams 3-5-2. It screams 3-5-2. But our manager only plays one way, mate. Wolves go into the game having won the last 2 and scored 5 and conceded none. We ain't beaten them, in my opinion. I agree. Cunha is a great footballer. Cunha is a really, really, really good footballer. I think Hwang is okay, but we should want better. I agree. I'm saying I like Hwang Hee-chan. Doesn't mean I think we should sign him. Biggest problem, he is a number 8. He's not a number 6. And Ange is playing him deliberately out of position. We should be playing sell Sonny to Saudi. I don't necessarily think he wants to go there, to be honest. I blame the Romans. I blame the Romans too, mate. Is Ange gone? No, he isn't. I blame the People's Front. Spot on with 3. I think we should play 3-5-2. I blame the People's Front. I do blame the People's Front of Junior. Yep. Down in tools. 100% down in tools. And he's been our best player this year. 4 in the back, 4 in the middle, 4-2. Nah, 4-4-2. 4-4-2 isn't it. It's not it for me. 3-5-2, but we play 2. We do. We play 2 at the back. I don't blame him, but I think Cunha will go to a team that's in the Champions League. Yes, Benji. Hope you're all good, my bro. Good to see you, Lee Smithy Smith. I don't like this system personally. It's okay of a manager 25 years in drowning players out of position that continues to drown players with his system, refusing to adapt even with an injury. Yeah, I agree. I need a drink because I've spoken too much. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, everyone. The Kauff is back. Eeyore is back. The misery is here. And I'm enjoying it. Players overplayed and undervalued. Happens with every single manager as we don't buy quality. We buy potential. Get ready for loads of news stories about great players we are linked with. Yet actual signings are all on the lower league, unknown with low wages. Yes, I agree. I agree. And I've got the fidget spinner out. Anxiety is a thing. Just put my ticket up on the exchange. Never been so disinterested. I hope he goes before. You see, I'm on the cup automatic scheme, so I have immediately got my semi-final tickets. I'm going skiing that day, and so I'm selling those tickets. The moment I get those tickets in my account, I'm selling those. I'm selling those. I don't want them. There is literally so many other things I would rather do than go and watch Tottenham get battered by Liverpool again. I saw it the first time. I don't need to see that. It's like going to when you've seen a movie you really hated in the cinema, you don't go and see it again. Don't go and see it again. Mad. Ange plays same system. Yep, I agree. Good to see you, Steve D. Good to see you, Steve D. Kids out of school. 3-5-2. Vicario, Romero, Dragshin, VDV, Spence, Udogi, Gray, Benzica, Madison, Kulu, Solanke. You know what? That's not a bad team. It's not a bad team. Where are you skiing? I'm going to Courchevel. I am going to Courchevel in France. Look at Wolves' new manager, improved instantly. I have. We must have a number of good forwards to play with 3 attackers. Ours are mostly shite. I don't think our forwards are that bad because we've scored the most in the league. Think about it, our forwards are not bad. It's we can't defend because we just. Sava's got the picture on his StreamYard. We were defending with 2 at the back, and the fullbacks were nowhere to be seen. It was just the biggest gaps you've ever seen. The problem is we do score goals, but we can't defend. That's the problem. Because of the way we set up to defend, with Basuma, who's not a number 6, playing as a number 6, they cut through us like nothing. Spurs can be Levy out as much as they want. They may be a problem for you, but Brendan Rodgers is far better than Ange Postecoglou. He's far better than Ange Postecoglou. It's awful. Awful. Brendan Rodgers is far better. If you gave me the choice of Brendan Rodgers or Ange Postecoglou, I'm taking Brendan Rodgers every single day of the week. Real talk. Real talk. Everyone needs to boycott the games until Levy. Those seats will be filled anyway. Get in that stadium and chant Levy out. That's what I say. If we could defend, we'd crushed it. We would. If we could defend, we literally don't care about defending. Do not care about defending. It's who we are, mate. It's who we are, mate. Making this stream about food will make people happier, but it will drop my views. Let's get some views. We've got 100 people watching. We've got 100 people watching. I finally have. I'm sending the link to Ryan. Don't go mad. Or do. I've sent the link to Ryan. Let's see what Ryan has to say. Sonny might improve. He might do. Sack Ryan Mason as well. Sack Ryan Mason. We can't defend. We should have a defensive midfielder. 6-3 was just a start. I understand, Ben K. The main course will be the same. No Liverpool part 2 for you. Would take Rodgers over Postecoglou. Yep, I would even take Dinosaur Allegri over this manager. Allegri's a dinosaur. Me as a Juventus fan for the year, big up the wheel of corruption. Me as a Juventus fan for the year, even I wanted Allegri. Even I would have Allegri. Juventus haven't lost a game all year under Motta. I believe they've still got no losses. Let's have a look. Let's have a look to see where Juventus are in the Serie A. When's the next Serie A game? I believe Juventus still haven't lost a game all year. Juventus have still not lost a game all year. I'll take that every day of the week. Levy out, Ange out, Lang out, Man out, Donna Callan. Yep, all them out. All of it. Get the dump button ready. Yes. Give Redknapp a big. Yep. Redknapp till the end of the season. Levy knows he always has Mason on standby. Sack him as well. Sack them all. Spurs fans can't do much when Levy seems to be comfortable with Ange. Get rid of the lot. Get rid of the lot. Yep. Tom in as well. I'd have Tom as the manager. Ryan Mason out. Get them all out. Sack, sack, sack. Sack them all. Every single person. Sack the medical team. Sack the recruitment team. I'll bring back Paratici in an instant. I don't know how long Paratici's ban is. How long is Paratici's ban? I think he had a 2-year ban from football. Bring him back. Paratici, far better. Far better. Director of football than Johan Lang. Johan Lang is woeful. Absolutely shocking. Villa were absolutely pleased to be rid of him. Bobby K's asking for a thumbnail. I will get on it. On it, you sexy man. This is how I talk to my lovely friend Bobby K. We got a super chat from Alex Smith. You should have kept Poch, and I am an Arsenal. We should have kept Poch. We should have backed him. And I know it's hindsight. The team was falling off a cliff every day of the week. Blame the board for keeping Ange in and the scouting team for not scouting better wingers. Get Cratchy, but yes, Rodders. Yes. Sava in. Yes, big up Sava. My big Archie Bobby, who I've just called sexy on stream. It's nothing. We say worse things. And little Jermaine, terrific player. Jermaine Defoe, make him our striker coach. Make him our striker coach. He can't do worse. Teach them all how to finish. Sack them all. Sack them all. They've said their point unfinished business. Southgate, it's close, isn't it? It's close, isn't it? Barbaric Disdain. Good evening, everyone. Great to see this channel back. Hope you had a fantastic Christmas. Hope you had a great New Year. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Poch had a better record in last season, and Ange got sacked. Yet people think this is better somehow. It's beyond comical. It's beyond comical. I love Thomas Frank. I think Thomas Frank is a great manager. I think he's a really, really good coach. Apparently, Ryan can't log in on his phone. Lobus. Laughing emoji. Ben, has Ange done his coaching badges, or are they fake? I think they're fake. Great to see you back. Ange out, he'll get us relegated. I think he will. I don't think he'll get us relegated because we've got the firepower to get us out of that. But we're not anywhere. Scott M would rather have Bobby K. Think about it. Hi, Bobby. You and your family. Bobby K is a league winner. Get him in. Yes, he is. It is Christmas. It is Christmas, by the way. I'm going to have another sip of bit. This is what's keeping me sane for the entire stream, guys. It's keeping me sane. Bloody lovely beer. Absolutely. But good to see you, Kuva. Kuva, you're allowed to jump in if you wish to. If you wish to jump in, Coves, you've got the link because this is on the Coffee Company StreamYard, so you can jump in. I believe he can jump in. If Coves, if you want to jump in, always welcome, sunshine. Bobby, if you want to come in and talk about football, we are talking about football, unfortunately. We will not be doing one of those crazy streams. Ange won't ask... Comment of the day, everyone. Comment of the day. Scolari was a good manager. He won the trophy. I miss being with Bobby and Coves. Yes. Yes, that's the guy. That's the guy. I'm not going to diss those leagues, but there's levels to it, isn't it? There's levels to it. Gerrard won the SPL, and look how bad he was for Aston Villa. He almost did get Aston Villa relegated. Place him with a top coach in Unai Emery. They're in the top 3 in the Champions League, aren't they? They're in the top 3. They're certainly in the top 8. Big up, Ben. I've been doing this shit since 1977, and Angie's worse than Terry Neal. He might be. He might be. I'm still on the wagon. Not had a booze up yet for really 3 months. How I've managed it, I don't know. Big up to you, mate. Yep, Gerrard sucks. Gerrard is a shit manager. I like Steven Gerrard. He's a nice bloke. I've met Steven Gerrard. He's a crap manager. I'll say it to his face. Say it to his face. He's crap. The way we've won, maybe it's time. South America, Pochettino, Gallardo. There's a few managers. Gallardo was Johnny wanted Gallardo last year. Johnny wanted Gallardo. Gallardo's a good manager, but Southgate's a better manager than Gerrard. Gerrard is still. I don't think so, buddy. I think they're on the same level. Gerrard and Ange are on the same level. My hamster has kept me sane. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. Don't go too mad, though, because you're streaming at 8 o'clock. Don't go too mad, but you might actually need to. Iriola's a better manager. Thomas Frank is better. Gasperini is 67 now. So a lot of people are saying get Gasperini in. Gasperini's not getting another job. He's 67, guys. He's 67. Yeah. Xavi, worth a pun. He's won a league. He's won a league title in a good league. Nagelsmann, Conchacao, Potter. Oh, it's Bobby K. It's Bobby K. Bobby, we're talking about football. I need you to cheer me up, buddy. I need you to cheer me up. He's out. He's out. He's out of here. Hi, Bobby.
Hi, Benny. You're joking, right? But the whole.
We are on Tottenham on top. Look at the thing that's on the butt. Look at the thing that's below you, buddy.
I thought it was a Christmas gag.
It might be.
That's my favorite Benji in the world.
I'm getting through it, Bobby. I was bored.
I'm in lazy mode today.
No one else was streaming. I thought, you know what?
Then why would you talk about football? Why are you trying to depress people? It's a happy day. Big up everybody in the chat. For those of you who celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. For those of you that don't, well, let's just all misery loves company. So let's be grumpy together then, shall we?
That's what the wise men said. Big up, madness. Michael Carrick. But what do you think, Bobby? What are your thoughts on what's happening at the moment? You are
what is happening?
not even. I've been joking about this, Bobby, because everyone knows me. I am what some people in the space, the so-called positive fans that abuse people, that call me negative. I'm one of the people they call negative. Not even I'm
one of the ones they call deluded. So hey, we've got both ends of the spectrum in the middle covered. I got nothing but love for you.
Not even I would have predicted that Spurs would be sitting at 11th on the turn of the year with 9. Not even I would have done that.
Jesus, what was disappointing was when they showed the table. And I realized we were like, what, 7 or 8, 9 points from relegation?
Yep.
Or something like that, right? It's we're not that far out, you know what I mean? We're
only two teams in the league, Bobby. Only 2 teams in the league have lost more games than us. And those 2 teams are in the bottom 2. It's unbelievable, isn't it? It's unbelievable.
It's not about how many games you win or lose. Oh, wait, it is. Never mind.
It is.
That's exactly what it's about. Let's face it, guys. For those of you that know me, I've done the deluded thing on the Ange train and everything, still being a deluded supporter, refuse to accept that. It's not even refusal. I choose to accept that we are not that great, but I want to believe we are on the right tracks and going the right way. I just don't see it. I really don't see an overall picture. I don't see a big picture. I don't even see a narrow-minded picture, at least with the likes of, our dear friend Scott M's in here. And we all know how critical Scott can be. Scott, from the beginning, would say, yeah, bring back Conte and Mourinho and stuff, but back them properly, give them the players. So this is not an Ange thing. This is an overall club thing, which and more fans seem to agree upon. But what are we doing about it?
For sure, it's a club thing. But
100%.
I opened the show. This is Tottenham on tour. This is the world famous home of Levy out. Daniel Levy, for as much as I dislike him as a football chairman, is not telling Ange to defend this way. He's got one recognized. He had one recognised centre-back, and he was still playing exactly the same way as if he had Van der Ven, who's a genius, Romero, who's a World Cup winner, 2 fit fullbacks. He's playing exactly the same way with Dragishin, who plays in a back three, in a low-lying back three.
Not only that, if we're sitting here tooting this guy for being somebody that develops the youth and brings up the youth, and big up, Jose. I hope you're feeling better, buddy. That's the funny thing. That's what I was getting to. Then why do we have Archie Gray playing at center back when we've got Dorrington sitting on the bench still? Right? Yeah. So batter. Hey, big up, buddy. You batter out.
Batter out.
Big up everybody in the chat. Every single one of you.
We've got a massive issue in midfield. Bentancur was awful yesterday. We got Dorrington on the bench. put Archie Gray, who's been playing well, in his legitimate position. Put Dorrington at the back with Dragic.
You're talking logic.
Simple. It's so simple.
But obviously, there's something we don't know. There's something we're not seeing as fans that's happening in the training ground or behind closed doors that is not giving him the faith to believe this is what he should be doing. But the thing is, again, it turns around to us as fans then. We're at the point where, well, the things you are doing are not getting it right. So maybe it's time to start doing other things. And I think that's where the frustration level's gotten to that boiling point, because we're so irritated with seeing the same consistent failures, the same drop-offs.
It's another one as well.
And it's just the building frustration.
Another one. Romero and Van der Ven.
I don't have my glasses.
They weren't in the squad. They weren't in the squad.
Oh,
versus, They weren't in the squad versus Bournemouth. Well, not even on the bench. But suddenly, they're starting against one of our biggest rivals and expected to play 90 minutes of football when both of them went off injured. Romero did a different injury than it was before. But like another creator in the space, when one part of your body is not working properly, I've had this as well. When my stomach doesn't work, everything else has to compensate for it, and that gets injured as well.
Yes.
So him compensating for his injury has caused another injury. Van der Ven has done the same injury, and this is not Daniel Levy doing that. Yes, you can say the overriding macro problem is Daniel Levy, but you play one of them. You play Romero for the first half to see if he can get through the game, and then you play him for this. You manage minutes. If they are fit enough to physically play a game of football, you don't play them both at the same time. When Dragic at that time was actually playing pretty well.
But Ben, that's again, I'm sorry, you're deflecting the fact that saying that is not Levy's fault, that he chose not to do. The thing is that he's seeing such a drop-off in the quality that he's refusing to accept that I have to play lesser players and I have to force myself to play these guys that are injured. So that does come down to Levy and the board and not having the adequate amount of players, not having the adequate amount of people challenging for spots that are going to come in and slot right in. The fact that we've had to use Archie Gray in so many different positions as a child is absolutely maddening. And it's like, how many mistakes are we going to allow before we finally say, okay, enough is enough? But again, this is the Levy genius. This is where I utterly think this guy is next level supervillain. You know, Thanos, you got nothing on Daniel Levy. Nothing. Because that man has got us all now believing that it's Ange and his errors that are causing these issues.
It's both of them.
It's a deflection, though. It is, but that's what I'm saying. He is really good at kind of dropping scapegoats to take all the heat.
Big K is going to love me. Yesterday, I was hoping for Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer would do a job in this team.
You're so funny because they actually said that during the game.
He sold Højbjerg, and he's not replaced them.
We gave Dyer away. We didn't sell him.
We gave him away.
Fee, didn't we?
Dyer would do a job in this team now because we really need a centre back. Dyer was crap. I'm not changing the narrative. Dyer was crap the last few seasons he was here. We could really do with an Eric Dyer right now. We could really do with a leadership candidate that's able to rally the troops that everyone liked. We really could do with a Højbjerg. And again, that is on Ange Postecoglou. That is on him because he didn't want these two players. He got them out the door. This is on him. But it's also on the recruitment team for not replacing them adequately. It's all 100%. Of them.
But not only that, the players that have come in, I get that you want to bring in a certain element for the ones for the future kind of thing. But when you've stacked our entire bench for the future, what in the hell do you expect to happen now?
Yeah. And
we're losing to Almost.
No, you can swear.
Almost.
You can swear.
Almost.
Did
We're
you
losing
see the start of this stream? Brian
Ipswich. We're
swore like
trying
17
full up.
times.
No, I actually didn't even know you were on. Honestly, I have not turned on YouTube for 2 days. I think I popped into Jess's Christmas show, was it on JSY, for a couple of minutes the other day, and yesterday was literally all family day. The best friends came over, we did the gift exchange, and then we played video games all day. So it was beautiful, and that's what I was doing right now. And then I just happened to click over, and then I saw your message that I'm live, and I was like, oh shit, okay, well, let's see where he's live, right? So, and then as I switched in, you said to Kuva and me to come on, and I was like, you know what, let's go keep Betty some company.
Here's
let's go say hi.
Solanke is clearly dead on his feet. You saw that yesterday. He was dead on his feet and it wasn't working. Forrest completely marked him out of the game.
Yep.
Give Will Lancashire a go. We went to Galatasaray. I was on We Are Tottenham TV and I commented on that. I commentated on that game. And he played Will Lancashire in the most hostile ground in Europe, possibly the most hostile ground in the world. But he won't play him against Ipswich at home. He doesn't play him against Nottingham. He doesn't play him.
And that's what doesn't make sense to me, Ben. We are 11th.
Yeah.
We are 11th. We are losing to absolute shit teams, or ones that we consider shit. I'm not going to sit here and say Forest is garbage. There's a reason they're sitting in third. Nuno has got a solid squad. We did the pre-match pump up on We Are Tottenham TV, me, Kate, Jim, and Jose, and we were talking about this. And Chang. And we were talking about this, that they've got no superstars that stand out and you would say, oh yeah, he'd go immediately into any squad. But they have done very well at building a consistently solid, strong squad. And that's where they're doing well, where we are still just trying to chuck something to fill gaps and hope it works out.
Yeah.
I'd rather us see us sell the entire every single player we have to, and bring in 22 players worth 30 million if that's what it takes, and bring in everybody that's solid, but just get on the same page, because it seems like they don't know what they're doing out there. And that is down to
when you've got Arsenal fans, and I'm not going to call out other YouTubers, but I'm going to call out other YouTubers. I'm not going to name names, but I've got fans of other football clubs saying, Ange is scary, Ange is this. Do you actually watch Tottenham? Do you actually watch us? We are in other fans of other football clubs want us to keep this manager so they can purely laugh at us.
Ben, did you see the comment the other day? It was on that what the hell is it called now? Twitter, whatever it's called now.
X.
But X, thank you. Somebody sent something out saying that Tottenham. It was a different fan from it. Actually, I don't even think it was it was one of those sports kind of tweet kind of things. I don't know if it was a newspaper. Anyways, they said basically Tottenham Hotspurs are the Harlem Globetrotters of the EPL. Do you know who the Harlem Globetrotters are?
Yes, I know. Yeah, I know.
So for those of you who don't know, they are basically a joke basketball team that they all played basketball. Everybody on that squad played basketball at some level. But they do it as clowns, basically, as a joke. Like, they do stupid things where they're bouncing the ball off each other's heads and stuff, between each other's legs and whatnot and everything. And it's just a joke. It's just for a laugh. And that's what we are.
Cool.
And now
we've got a party going on. We got a party.
All right, it's brewing bollocks time. All right, okay.
So
it's time for Karen or Darren.
I wish we could.
I'll prefer to.
Yeah, me and you both. I came on, Coops. I came in here and right away he was like, "We're going to talk about."
Oh wow, it's just Christmas hangover.
Coops, the floor is yours, buddy. The floor is yours.
Start off by saying, firstly, I was going to just avoid all the football streams. I really was, but since you asked, Ben, and it's good company, I just wanted to sort of lay it out there, see who else is feeling the same way I am about all this. I look at games now and I no longer care. I know we're going to lose loads of games. I know we're going to play really badly. I look on the pitch and I look at all those players that I used to idolise and used to look forward to games just to see Harry Kane, Bale, Ginola, Gascoigne, Hoddle, Waddle, Berbatov, an illustrious history of great players that the club's had. I look at the current team
Which player gets me excited? None of them. Absolutely none of them. The closest is Maddison, and he gets dropped because he doesn't do enough running, or he doesn't press hard enough. Is that what we got him for? I'll give up on this. Then you look at the manager. I'm not going to blame Ange too much because I think he's like the kid who got his dream Christmas present. He got a job at Spurs. He's just doing who wouldn't do it? Getting paid tens of thousands a week to do something you've dreamed of doing in the Premiership. His only problem is he doesn't seem to be up to the job. I think the Premiership's a step too far. I think his tactics work when you can be somewhere like Celtic and buy up half of the Asian market to get the players in, and they're significantly better than the other players around them. Then his style works because it's bullying, but it doesn't work in the Premiership. And I think after those 10 glorious games at the start where we all loved it and fluked a few results, but we also played some well in a few games, and we got to that flying start, you look at his record and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. This season, we have a worse record under Ange than we do under Ryan Mason. This season, we've got a worse record than we did under Pochettino when he got sacked. Yet he's still here. We've still got people cheering for him. I understand Brian's point of view of you can't keep sacking the manager and everything. But you've got to have the right manager, surely. And this isn't it. This is just shambolic. So at the moment, I don't believe in the team, the manager. I don't believe in the individual players. I don't believe in the recruitment. I don't believe in the coaching. Do we even coach players? It doesn't look like we do. And I don't believe in the overall vision of the club from our glorious chairman. Right now, this is a dead club to me. This isn't who I supported at all. I no longer care. I'm not in love with my team anymore. I hate saying that, but it's true. I feel nothing. Even when we score a goal, I don't get excited now because I know it's just going to take the, gloss over what's going to happen, what's going to come, because we'll capitulate again. Going goals up against Chelsea, it should be a great time thinking this will be fantastic. We're going to do them over. But at the back of your mind, you're thinking they're going to come back, aren't they? They'll get something out of it before half time and they'll just come back at us furiously.
Yeah.
And sure enough, lost it yet again. And it's the same over and over and over. We've cultured this club now, and we've now I'm going to say cultivated the fans into believing in this mediocrity that it's okay. And it's been like it for donkey's years now. I'm going to go back even further than Levy. It was like it under Sugar as well. The only difference is Alan Sugar at least knew sometimes you have to dip his hand into his pocket, spend big on a quality player. We did see a Klinsmann come in. We did see a Berbatov coming in. The players of that ilk. You look at what we're getting nowadays. This current team, who's good enough to get? I looked at the game against Liverpool and I thought, which of our entire squad could get into that Liverpool team? And I thought the only real argument would be maybe Van der Ven, and that's it.
I think
that's how far away we are.
Maddison could be used as a squad rotation player. He wouldn't be a starting name, but if they needed someone off the bench to add a bit of creativity, because they brought Chiesa in and he doesn't play football at all because he's always injured. So you could argue Maddison.
Yeah, Chiesa could have been our God, I forgot his name now. Spent so long in the treatment room, I don't remember his name on the Sessegnon.
Yeah.
The Ryan Sessegnon suite, as the treatment room's known. Yeah, we could have done with Chiesa for that, couldn't we? Big name replacement to lie horizontally. But I'm just done with all this. I see absolutely nothing at this club to get behind at the moment. The only thing I see going that's any good is the thing that so many people are rejecting now, and that's the Levy out movement, because nothing's changing till the chairman goes. Yeah. And I don't believe we can shift him as fans anymore. I really don't. So all we've got left is at least speak up and just let him know how bloody annoyed we are at it. Let him know it isn't good enough, and just let him see that people are unhappy, fans are unhappy. But we're fighting against a tidal wave because, you know, give away your season ticket, give away your match tickets, they're snapped up in seconds.
Yeah,
there's always.
I think Nick sold his ticket on the exchange at 7 o'clock last night. It was gone within the hour. It was gone within 2 hours.
Just 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I think now we're so conditioned as fans, not everybody, but so conditioned as fans that you will get segments of the fan base that will defend this every step of the way now.
Yeah.
No matter what Levy does, there's a point to, oh, look at the stadium, look at the finances. What does that matter? We're a football club. The football's the pinnacle. It's the absolutely most important piece of the puzzle. If that is not right, you're not doing your job properly. So I don't agree that he's a good chairman. I think he's a bad chairman because we're a bloody football club. Anyway, that'll do. That'll do me. I can go back to bed now, I think.
The bloody stream was worth it just to hear you say those things. It's great to have Kuva talking facts on a stream. But now we've got Aki's here.
Yeah, no. Sorry. I just wanted to quickly say, Kuba, get it out of your system because tomorrow we're not doing this crap.
Oh, yeah, I know, man.
Get it out of your system. Aki, what do you think?
Brother. Yeah, no, listen.
Hi, Brian.
What's up, Bobby? What's up, Kuba?
This is the venting lounge.
I hope you're good and well. Listen, I was listening to the show whilst working. I could put in a few things. Kuba, what you said is perfect. I will say, Lee asked if I'm still Anjin. Listen, I said it before and I came on. Until a certain man at the top goes, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Right. Hire him, fire him, keep him, sack him, don't care. Hire a new manager, don't care, because it's December the 28th to 27th. In 18 months, we'll be doing the same thing. No matter what happens, it carries on. All I've got to say when it comes to that is new stadium, 7 managers in 5 years. 7 managers, and that's only because I haven't counted Mason twice. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. People are talking. I keep hearing people talk about Pochettino. Please, people, get that idea out of your head, whether you love it and are romantic and want it or whatever. I'm going to tell you why to get out of your head. First of all, Levy's got to admit he's wrong with Ange and sack him, which will be a big blowout. Then he's got to apologise secondary to Poch and say, do you know what, I was wrong, come back. Not going to happen. Even if he does apologise to Ange, he's on a 2-year contract with them. He's got a massive contract at America, and Levy will have to pay compensation. Guess what? Levy ain't paying the compensation. And then to top it all off, how many managers around the world can say, do you know what? I'm going to be a manager of a host nation at a World Cup. Do you reckon he's going to turn that down so he can come to Tottenham and go, oh, yes, Levy, please give me this and that? And he'll go, well, no, we'll give you the cheaper version. We'll give you a lot of money like he has Ange, but we won't buy the great players. We'll buy players that we can buy and keep on nice, cheap, low wages. I don't care. And I saw someone called Neil G say, why is Kuva on here? If he doesn't care, come at me, mate. I don't give a fuck. I said it before. Whilst there is blood in my veins, air in my lungs, and my heart is beating, until Daniel Levy and the board leave this football club, until they leave this multi-purpose entertainment complex with an ever-growing property portfolio that plays football as a side hustle, goes, and someone comes in and makes us a football team again, I don't care. We are not a football club. Tottenham Hotspur are not a football club. People do not... We have people going for titles, going all over the place, backing managers, giving them what they need, listening to fans. We have 3 fan groups and the ex-chair of the trust all leaving, all posting huge statements saying the reason we're leaving this club is they do not listen, they do not care, and they are not following the direction or incentives to make this a fan place. But in the week after, they'll bring Squid Games and have people in pink hoodies walking around the pitch.
And Nick, this
is not a football club. This is not a football club. The stadium, which is a wonderful stadium, credit Levy for that. The stadium is an architectural absolute masterpiece. But that's what matters. The interior is great. The bar, and you think we're a football club? What football club, after they lose 6-3, are sitting on the floor doing the oops upside your head dance and dancing around? What is this? This isn't a bar mitzvah party. This isn't a wedding. This isn't a stag do. Let's go dancing and get on our hands and knees and go oops upside your head to a guitarist.
It's unbelievable.
What? Honestly, when people realise, mate, when people realise, and finally realise, and whenever you become and realise and wake up that this is not a football club anymore, the sooner people go, do you know what? There is not a football club here. We are an entertainment complex. Even during games, there are guitarists. There's people stopping and literally dancing around like they're at a family celebration after losing 6-3 to Liverpool.
It's unbelievable.
Honestly, the level of stupidity, the levels of this. What football club? I spoke to one of my best mates. I said this before, and I'm going to do it again for the 183 people that are now watching. I have one of my best mates who I met in Israel when we lived out there, who is an Arsenal fan. Die-hard Arsenal. He's 7 years younger than me. He's seen more trophies under Arsene Wenger than I've seen in my 45 years of life. He has had, as managers of his football club, Jules Graham, who was sacked, and we know why. Stuart Houston, who was director of, what's it called, caretaker, till Bruce Rioch came in. Then Arsene Wenger came in. Then Unai Emery came in. And then 6. That's 6 managers in his 38 years of life. We have had 7 at the new stadium.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
7. I'm like I've said, I've spoken to a few people. I am done going back in the past and going, oh well, this team won cups. This team stood for something. This team. I'm just going straight down the facts now. Since this new stadium, the game-changing stadium, every single thing for the match day going fan. Your season tickets, the match day tickets, the memberships, the merchandise, the beers, the food. Everything has gone up. For us international fans, if you're ordering anything from the club shop, merchandise has gone up. But senior citizens are trying to be abolished, and that's across the board, so it's not just Spurs. Levy's still getting bonuses based on off-the-field success. Get that around your head, because we're not a football club. Off-the-field success. But the quality of player and wage bill has gone down, because we're not a football club. I'm done going back, we haven't won the FA Cup for 35 years, let alone got to one. I'm done with you.
I don't want to interrupt you here, Aki. At this moment in time, we haven't won 2 games in a row in the league in for as long as I can remember now. Bobby, you're the only man that can cheer me up here. Kauff can cheer me up as well, but that means going down the Karen and Darren route. Bobby, try and... oh, no, we got a super chat. The culture...
I was saying, thanks, Ed.
Thanks, Ed. The culture Levy has cultivated is soul crushing for fans and players. Brennan Johnson was jogging all match with his own dad in the stands. Are we not into... But thank you so much, Ed, for the super chat. Really helps us out. It really... we're trying... Tottenham on tour is at a skeleton crew at the moment because the roadman is busy at the moment doing the roadman's things. He's off somewhere in the wilderness learning how to ride a bike and stuff like that. Ireland is we're down to a skeleton crew. We've downsized a lot on Tottenham on tour. So any donations you have that we can help get this channel going would be greatly appreciated. We're really trying our hardest. Brian is working. I'm running a small business, which is I'm not going to talk about the political side of things, but small businesses are getting done at the moment. But thank you so much for anyone that supports Tottenham on Tour. There's so many members that have kept their memberships, even when we're on hiatus. And we can't love you enough, and we can't give yourselves enough praise for doing that. Bobby, cheer us up, buddy. We need you, buddy. We need you to cheer us up.
The things I would say to cheer you up, I don't think I'm allowed to say on Tottenham on Tour. That's the issue.
No, you're not, unfortunately.
Listen,
you know what, guys? In reality, you know, I constantly I've fooled myself into believing that this is supposed to be an outlet of joy. Spurs are both supposed to be my source of entertainment, passion, love. That's why it always frustrated me that when we did have a poor game, that I would be upset about it for a while, but I wouldn't allow it to basically end my day and take out frustration on my children for the rest of the day and everything. I would get over it. I'm honestly at the point where numb, I guess, is the only description left, because it's even myself, who is going through my personal side of things, who tries to find this as the sunshine, the light and at the end of the tunnel kind of thing. I'm not seeing the light, and I can't imagine how heartbreaking and detrimental that is to some of our fans that are a lot more passionate than I am, a lot more knowledgeable, and how devastating it truly is.
I'm going to cut you off. No one's more knowledgeable than you, Bobby. You are what you are. You love
I can make it up the best.
Football club just as much as anyone else. Your opinion is just as much as anyone else.
Oh, it's not about that. It's just
the world of Tottenham. I say this to your fact, and I'm not saying it just because we're on the stream. The world of Tottenham Hotspur is a far brighter place because we got you in our lives, Bobby. And whatever you say, it's we know as much as we can. And Brian and I have lent on you, and Kauff as well has lent on you. So never dish your own footballing opinion, Bobby. We all absolutely adore you.
He sells himself short.
He absolutely does.
I appreciate it, guys. But what I wanted to get to is, sorry, Brian, if you don't mind. I just want to say, at the end of the day, what's happened is that what I'm basically trying to say is I've got to be ultimately, and I've convinced myself that this is what I want to be, a full-on deluded happy clapper. And I'm conceited, and I'll be honest with you, I am more than happy to take that role, because again, this is supposed to be my source of joy. This is where I should be able to come here, watch my team, and at the end of it, regardless of how things have gone, win or loss, say, you know what, it could have gone better. I don't see that. I'm losing hope, and that's what bothers me. That somebody that's so deluded and pessimistic, as optimistic as I am, I can't imagine how some people are feeling. This is not about football anymore. This is about a lifescape thing.
Yeah.
Tottenham is forcing people into depression. You are affecting people's lives, you pieces of shit. You're screwing with people's mentality. You are hurting their well-being. You are hurting their sanity at the core. That is beyond vile and disgusting. That is what needs to be accounted for and held. But I fear it's almost too late, because the genius of Levy's evilness has got us divided. And he's done so well at it that for each one of us, I think Kuva's already said it, for each one of us that drops our season tickets, that says we're not buying something at the club shop, that says we don't want Tottenham stuff as gifts at Christmas time, there's 10 people waiting in line to fill that void. And that's where the issues further lie. In terms of trying to make you happy, Ben, all I can say is we're so far down right now. We're almost at the scraping part of the bottom of the barrel. So really all we could do is look up. I can't see us dropping any further than what we have. It's what's the next step down into the relegation zone? You know, that's a sad, scary reality. Big up, Tom.
It doesn't matter, Bobby. This is what I've said right now. The new tact I'm going for is I refuse unless it comes up in cup games, I'm not talking about the past. I'm not bringing the past up.
It's sad.
There's no point, because there's always an argument. There is always an argument. Oh yeah, we don't have an entitled right. Oh yeah, this. Oh yeah, that. Oh this. Oh yeah, that. You cannot fight or argue with me that 7 managers in 5 years is acceptable.
Yeah.
You cannot argue with me that the wage bill has gone down and been absolutely cut to ribbons. You cannot argue with me that the quality of player has gone down as well as the wage bill since we moved to this stadium. We left White Hart Lane as title contenders. Yeah. Genuine title contenders. Yeah. We were top 4 contenders and managed to survive and succeed when we were at Wembley. We got to a Champions League final the season we came back and got into the Champions League again. We're now struggling to get out of the bottom half of the table. You can't argue with me on that. There is no argument you can have with me about stats that have happened, or not just me, anyone that's leaving out or feels that needs a change. You cannot argue. You can argue Ange manager whether people want Ange to stay or not. That's an argument people can have. You can't argue he's the 7th manager in 5 years.
Yeah.
You can't argue that in the summer where we're going to spend big and address it and we bought 1 first team and a bunch of teenagers. Can't argue it. I am only going to now rival people. Done talking about the past. I'm done saying, you know what, 1991, we won the FA Cup for the first club ever to win it 8 times. And we haven't been to a final since, and Arsenal have overtaken us and almost doubled us. I'm done arguing, because there's 92 club teams, non-league teams that enter it. It's the way the draw goes, the way this goes, the way that. Done arguing with it. Done, because there's an excuse. There's a way around it that people will find, and it may be a valid one. Find me a valid excuse that you can come to me or any Levy-out person about what we have achieved in the game-changing stadium. You cannot argue with me or anyone.
Brian, what you just said, it actually really that last bit actually cut me a little bit deep here, because this is what's bothering me. Is I've always tried to keep blinders on and just stay on the positive route, not look at the bigger pictures. But you're so accurate in the fact that we left a small stadium, because in a spot where we were already competing, to move to a big stadium that was going to shoot us up a level. Little did we know that level had absolutely nothing to do with football. It was a level added on for go-karting, for the skywalk, for more fans, for boxing and concerts.
Once you finish, this what I'm going to say is and I'm sick and tired of this. As an international fan, I know for a fact 62,000 people in that stadium. Sorry, 62 and a half.
Same here.
Minus away and corporate. Loads of people in the chat. And obviously, we've gone Dortmund, so our chat really hasn't been there. But I see it in all the other chats when I watch streams. Oh, yeah, I'm a match day game fan. I'll be there. Thousands of them say it.
Yeah.
They don't. I know for a fact, if Mr. Rodriguez, Mr. Sweden, could get over there, like Mr. Finland did, if Jonas is in the...
Yeah.
If the international fans could have a ticket, not to the game, but could afford the airfare and drop everything, there would be thousands of them that would say, do you know what? Let's all combine a day. Let's just say Spurs Leicester. They would get there. They would make their voices heard. But because they live Scott M, people may not agree with Scott M. People may not agree with Eugene. People may not agree with people in here from Ireland. People, no matter where, Korea, Australia, we have people on this channel from all over the world.
Yeah.
And if they could get to N17 on a match day and we could all say, do you know what? Let's do it for this game. I'm going to make an effort. If they said they'd be there, they would be there. And they would do and get the job done. And once again, the away fans do what the home fans won't. And it's because all these people like to run their mouth, even if it's with Ange. People that are Ange out in this chat, start an Ange out chant. If you're in that game, start it. I dare you.
Brian, I just want to ask you one thing. This is just a genuine question. Do you think that even with the last protest, where somebody had just put in a comment something about there's only about 150 people there?
About 170, I would say. 170 maximum.
Regardless, unless there's 3,000 to 4,000 there, it's not making a dent. You know, when you're comparing to 65,000 sitting inside, right? I just want to ask that. Do you think honestly that the limited number is based on what I'm going to say is failures of previous protests to attract large numbers? Do you think that there's a mentality set in by people there that are going, even now with this protest that had a large swing behind it, that there was a lot of people on social media that were pushing it? The agenda was out there. It was pre-planned. It was planned way in advance. The whole thing was set. Do you think people just threw in the towel before even starting the fight? And the fact that they're thinking that there's not going to be anybody there, I'm not going to bother.
Do you know what I will say with this, Bobby? First of all, if Jay is watching or gets to watch this back, the amount of work Jay put in was unbelievable. Like he said after the Chelsea game,
Martin wasn't involved with the protest. He wasn't involved. Martin was. He said he would be there as the former member, and he was out. He got me in touch with the BBC. They were all the people that involved with that process did that. They did their bit.
Everyone came in.
I, as someone that is one of the one of the leading faces of Tottenham on Tour, the world famous home of Levy Out. I was there. I said I was going to be there, and I'm always there.
So what was it? But let me just finish this. So Jay put in a shit ton of work.
Yeah,
like we did before. We put the foundations in 2 years ago and did what we did. Obviously, it didn't succeed for whatever reason. Then Ange came in, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, here we go!" Blah blah. It's a process. It's time, whatever. And it took off. And sorry, it stopped after the Chelsea game. I'll give you play by play. It was Jay that said, "You know what? Enough's enough. I'm going to start. That's it. I'm starting." He gave it a couple of weeks planning, not just right. Next game we're going, and next game, I can't remember. Anyway, he did everything. Came on here. Obviously, the sound issue he had, but thankfully it was only on my end. You can hear Jay perfectly. Everything got done, and one of the greatest things Jay did and changed for Spurs and the other people that were getting behind it and organising it, they said, "You know what? When we did it, which was a mistake of ours." We did it at 10 till an hour before. It was a long ass day. But the reason we did is so people could come in whenever they want, stay as long as they want, and it made sure that people go, "Oh, do you know what? We did it for an hour," and people go, "Oh, I'm running late, whatever." Jay did it for 1 hour. All you had to do was get there for 20 minutes, half an hour, preferably. An hour. That's all Jay asked for. Not like us. But you know what? Everyone runs their mouth like that. Big up, Bob. Everyone again flaps their gums, runs their mouth, whatever you want to say. And then I might have been too cold. When I stood outside with Graham and Ryan for 16 days at 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. outside of training grounds. I was too cold. I was the week before Christmas. It was payday early. I was in the...
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of excuses. A lot of them seemed weak.
There always is. There always is. And I can't be asked to... I'm also done with these excuses. I'm done. I'm done with it. I am going to fight the fight with the people that want to fight it. And if people want to, the match day, and when I go for these people, or not go, but I speak about them, I'm talking about the match day going fans. Not the ones that are in outside London or not going to the game or whatever. The match day going fans that say, "Yeah, I want change. Yeah, this is unacceptable. Yeah, I'm not going to do this. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, but yeah, I'll be there. I'm going." If people say, "Yeah, I don't like it, but I'm not going to protest," fair play. You have said you're not going to go. Whether you agree with it or not, fair play, that's your wish. But if you say you're going to go there, especially when there have been so many plans, which I've spoken about so many times, which all depends on the numbers. The plan is never just outside the club. I don't know about Jay's one, because I wasn't heavily involved with the strategy of that. Our one was, get loads of people, we'll be at the station, we'll be outside the M-Bar where all the media go, the main entrance to the nice glass dome bit where the corporate can walk in, and around the stadium. But seeing that hardly anyone turned up, if we fragmented it even more, then we look even worse than we did then.
Yeah.
You can do what you want on social media. It's a very, very powerful tool. You can spread the word, you can retweet it. And if you're an international fan or a non-match day going fan, all you can do is carry on sharing it and retweeting it. But it gets funneled down. And on match day, it is down to the home supporters. That's all it's down. No one else can do the job. Apart from everyone, and I know this and I do it all the time, everyone, Kuva's a great one for this. Anything I tweet, Kuva will retweet instantly. Sometimes I put it in a group so
He's mad. He's like he's the living.
Kuva will retweet anything I put when it's Levy out. He'll see it, bang. That's all people that can't get to the ground can do.
Yeah.
And we keep doing that and doing that and doing that. But there's thousands of people there on social media saying they're going to be there, or hundreds, let's say. And then we go to retweet it thinking, oh, it's going to be this massive big thing.
Yeah.
And it's not. So we do all the work that we can do.
It was on a silver platter. I want to bring in Coos because Coos hasn't had a chance to speak with a while.
Yeah, go on.
What do you want to say, Kuva? Whenever Kuva speaks, I don't want to ask him a question because I know I just say, Kuv's floor is yours. Do what you want. Kuv's is like
unleash him. You unleash him.
Okay, let's add a little bit more context to the state the club's in at the moment.
Yeah,
because people are saying, "Oh, got the backhand, got to stick with this," or it takes time, the project and whatever. Look at what's happening with our league form. It's getting worse and worse and worse. Yep. This season, arguably we're just about at the halfway point of the season. You could say, another game to be played yet before it is. We've lost 9 games. 9 games. Have a look at the championship table. Teams like Portsmouth in 21st place have lost 9 games, and they've played more games than us.
Yep.
People like QPR in 17th have only lost 8, and they've played more games than us. And these are teams that are absolute cannon fodder, rubbish teams down the bottom of the championship. Us, we've got a team who loses 9. Oh, it's okay. It's just a project. If it's just a project, shouldn't it be improving? Even if it's just slight bits of improvement all the time. Now, the excuses will always get used about, look at all the injuries we've got. Yeah, we do miss Romero. We do miss Van der Ven. But you look at the statistics when they are playing, we actually win more games slightly when they're not. That's the mad bit. The injuries are not the excuse. It's the way we play. Now, for me, the snapping point, and I've been as tolerant as I can with Ange. I've doubted him for a while. But for me, the absolute snapping point where I think he is not good enough for this team was that Galatasaray match.
Yeah.
In that Galatasaray match, Osimhen could have scored 10 bloody goals by himself.
Yeah.
The beginning of that second half, for about 15 minutes, I couldn't even describe us as a schoolboy football team. We were worse. Nobody was doing anything. Now you could say, oh, that's the players to blame, not the manager. Is it? What's the manager's job? Prepare the bloody team for competitive football. If that's preparing them and they come out like that, then your manager's not able to do his job. It maybe the players do need to go. Maybe a lot of them do have the wrong attitude. But surely, if that's the case, why is the manager picking them? Why is he not holding them off when they're doing that? It's not happening. We were absolutely annihilated against Galatasaray. It was beyond embarrassing. I was almost having to rub my eyes in disbelief. This didn't even look like a football team. Yeah. Absolute shambles. Not a pub football team, but a drunk pub football team. That's what it looked like. My God. And this is a manager that we're supposed to be backing, and this is going to take us forward on this project. Even if you do think he's good, just ask yourself what's happening this season. What is this? Is this what you actually want? Do you think this can go on longer? We're getting worse, constantly worse. And some of the highlight reels are, oh my God. Remember when we lost at Newcastle after Conte went?
Yeah.
What was the score? That's 6-2 in the end, was it?
Yeah, it was 6-2 or something, whatever it was.
And that was described as absolutely shambolic. Mason isn't the man. Yeah, score one more goal home to Liverpool and lose 6-3, and it's this is all right. How brave we were! one extra goal, and that's it. And you look at Liverpool, and they could have scored 12 easily, maybe even 15. We are shambolic like never before, and yet somehow Ange's still riding on the back of this goodwill from them opening 10 games he had, which were fantastic. I was on board back then, but since then I've just seen the decline of this club. It's been coming for quite some time, obviously, but we have these little moments where there's hope. There are little moments where there's Redknapp or a Pochettino or a Martin Jol, and it gets us through, because at the end of the day, we want to be loyal fans. We want to cheer our team. We want to enjoy what we're watching. We want success, but there's only so much he can take. And these last 5 years, since we got rid of Pochettino, what a waste of time. What a waste of everybody's time. Players, quality managers come in. I don't even like Mourinho or Conte. But if they're coming in, my God, that's an opportunity to bloody win something. And we just do nothing.
Conte had his in fourth when he did his rant. We were in pole position. You know, we weren't a good team. We weren't a good team at all, but we were fourth. We were in pole position to finish in Champions League football, get a load more money in, and you know what? Conte's a serial winner. He's won everything wherever he's gone. Give him a shit ton of money from the Champions League and see what happens. Even if it doesn't work, Conte has got an eye for detail that he will at least buy in some quality players that want to play top quality football. And then you go again.
Jesus, Nuno's doing better.
As for this season, as I said earlier, people are panicking about the thought of Ange gets sacked. Oh my God, we'll have Ryan Mason. Ryan Mason has a better record than Ange this season.
Yep.
He does.
That's the state we're in.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, when you mention that, it is true. But let's be reasonable here. Ryan Mason has had a handful of games. I understand the premise. I understand everything of what you're getting at. But
we weren't as embarrassing as that, though, Aki.
That's not that I'm not disputing.
Yeah.
That I'm not disputing. But if you want to talk about someone that's had 6 games or 7 games compared to someone that's had over 50, come on.
12 games in 2 stints for Ryan Mason. That's a reasonable
mate, he'll go down as one of our longest serving managers. Listen, we've got.
You know what? I need to thank the people that have given us super chats, but I've really enjoyed the stream because, firstly, it's with 4 of the people that I hold nearest and dearest of
much love, buddy.
YouTube community. But it's just been a laugh. Tottenham on tour are back. I mean, I thought, you know what, we might have.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained by Tottenham on tour? We're back. We're back with a bang.
So now next time, before you unleash Cuba, you have to do the. All right, Cuba, unleash hell.
I've got one more bit to add to it as well. I think it was.
Go on, Coach.
I think it was Neil G saying about, why am I on a Spurs stream if I don't care anymore? I don't care about this current team. I don't care about what this club is at the moment. It does nothing for me. It's what I care about is I want Spurs back. I want Tottenham Hotspur, the football club, back.
Correct.
I want that club that I supported through thick and thin for all those decades before this bloody chairman took over. And I just want to believe in something again. I'm not greedy. I don't expect us to be raining trophies in.
Yeah.
But I expect us to be competing for them every season. I expect us to look competent. I expect us to look like we're constantly trying to improve. And when we make signings, it actually improves the first team rather than stuffs them on the bench or into the academy all the time. So let's have a little bit of that. Let's have a little bit of actual ambition. We keep talking about it and people say it's a blow in the face. But if you're really not happy with what's going on at the moment, I understand if you can't protest. I can't myself. I can't get that. even if I could. It's too costly for me to travel. I don't go to games anymore, but I bloody well used to.
If I could physically do it, Cleaver, I would drive to Dorset. If Mark Cousins gets his car, pick you up, drive you to Tottenham.
Some point we're doing it, mate. Some point we're doing it. But yeah, anyway, the club in general, if you really do want something more, then at least speak up about it. There's no point just saying, "Oh, I don't like the Levy out protesters" or something. I won't single out somebody because they're a very good friend, but they said something along these lines. But there's a certain intimidation they feel that goes with the Levy out crew. It's not really correct, because if you see that crowd outside protesting and you go there and you say, "I'm Levy out," my God, you'll be welcomed with open arms.
You go there,
dying for people to join you.
You go there. I saw Sean there. I love Sean. I love talking to Sean. Sean isn't on board with Levy out. You have a damn good conversation about Spurs with Sean. I saw Phil P. I saw Graham. I saw Martin from the support. I saw there was some damn good people there that I love having a chat with. I need to say thank you to our super chats, Brian, because they are.
Quickly, then I've got one thing to say.
We got Rob Frank, thank you so much for a 4-month membership. Eugene, thank you so much for the $5 membership. Tom81, absolute legend. Thank you for the
my
10.
Brother, my roomie.
Barry Disdain, thank you so much for becoming a member. Davo, legend, thank you so much for the super chat. And Sammy Mehmet, thank you so much for the £5 super chat. Absolute legends for supporting this channel. Okay, unleashed.
I'm just going to mention. I'm so happy you said what you said when you mentioned Sean Butler, because if it slipped my memory. This is what I'm talking about all the people in chats on YouTube channels running their mouth saying we're going to attend, we're going to attend, we're going to attend. Sean Butler, whether you like him or not as a person, as what his views are on Spurs, whatever, I get on with Sean very well. Our views on football are wildly different. Sorry, on the ownership, wildly different. But Sean, the person, I've got a lot of time for.
Yeah.
He is always stated he's not Levy out. Protests don't mean anything to him. He's not going to attend them. Someone who is Levy not out will go over to the protests to have a look what it's about and look what's going on.
Have a conversation.
Whilst people that are Levy out and say they're going to go in chats or on social media, don't. Let that sink in. Someone that does not think protest is the right answer or that Levy should be removed, whatever his views are, he will go to have a look at it, see what it's about, and like you said, talk with people, whereas people that run their mouth that Levy out.
He didn't film it as well, Aki. People think, Sean was there to make content about it. Sean didn't film a single thing about it. He genuinely went and he talked to almost every person. Like we all went there, and we had a good chat with him. He was there and he talked with everyone. He didn't make any content. He didn't put it on the internet.
Yep.
Levy out people can go to a protest.
Yep. I can see Paddy's question.
I'll bring up Paddy's question. Big up, Paddy, even though you're horrible to my big Archie Bobby K.
Yeah. When we've got written evidence that suggests you're supposed to act otherwise, act accordingly in 2025. You have a few days to sort yourself out. Mate. Yeah, donkey.
When was the last time we were happy supporting Spurs? Pochettino is the last time. Pochettino.
When was Martin Yule fired?
October the 26th, 2007. I know that date very well. That's my anniversary. I have 3 anniversaries.
That's a great question, Paddy.
Mate, but honestly, Bobby, do you know I have 3 anniversaries? My wedding anniversary with Alana, obviously. Or 4, sorry. My sobriety anniversary. The anniversary of when Alana and I first got together when she flew to England, which was 11 years Christmas Day. And October the 26th, 2007, on every year after, to celebrate another year of being Levy out. But the greatest time, apart from the Poch years, 2000 before Levy bought the club.
Yeah.
For me, it's definitely Pochettino. Loved the football under Redknapp as well. Was enjoying that. Loved under Martin Jol. Otherwise, you have to start going back. I love Terry Venables' era, but that's going way back now.
Yeah.
And of course, Keith Birkinshaw. That's when I saw the most trophies as a Spurs fan. So all of those have got special memories for me. But under Pochettino, I'll keep saying this on stream. I just remember us winning 4-0 at Stoke one night in the season we were chasing Leicester. And I just thought to myself, my God, we could actually win the league here.
4-0, brother. 4-0.
We didn't, but that feeling, it's incredible.
It's the Danny Blanchflower quote. Even failure can have an echo of glory.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just thought that the morning after that game, I was walking to work. I was strutting. I was just so full of energy and excitement and belief in my team. It was great.
That deserves a round of applause. That comment deserves a round of applause. That is spot on. That is spot on. I blame the parents.
The older guys know it.
I blame the parents.
I blame
the parents.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Right, listen. I need to go back to work.
Yes, we're going to end the stream.
I've got to go too. I think we're going to.
You all got to go. So we're going to end the stream there. Bobby, when was the last time you were happy being a Tottenham fan? And we'll end the stream because you two have
pretty much echoing what I'm echoing what Kuva said. What was it, that the 15-16 season or 14-15 when Leicester won and we were right up their noses and we had our nose up their butt and we were right there challenging the whole way along and but then that's where ultimately you could see the reality of what we were too, because when we were that close and on the cusp, he still wasn't given any ammunition to help him fire that winning shot.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
it's kind of mixed joy, and the sad reality slowly started setting in. So,
right, Bobby and Kuva, where can we find you next, guys? Because I know you're streaming tomorrow night because I'm on the show.
We are actually going to be doing a stream. We are back. It will be the complete opposite of what you've seen here because it's not going to be this serious. It will not involve any football at all, except for the jokes, I suppose. Some of them are. Maybe, Spot the Bull is back. Scissors and Semtex will have a variation holiday festive special. It will be Scissors or Santa tomorrow. We will probably throw a little quick fire and stuff. We're just gonna have a laugh,
we'll
man.
We'll just throw lots of silly stuff in and
that's what we want.
See how long it goes for.
I heard a rumor. Now it's hard to verify this because this person doesn't like coming on Spot the Bull, but they have said they might make an appearance depending if Alana allows them. Oh,
yeah.
I did.
Did I give a big hint on who it possibly could be?
I did.
But Nick will be joining us. Ben is there, of course, and the co-hostess with the mostest right here, the Norwindian sex god will be there with me. If you just want to laugh,
go and sub to Bobby and
Jim and Kate. That's it. Come on over. We'll have a
Let's
laugh.
just have a laugh.
Or even if you don't want to have a laugh, you just want to turn up and think, what the hell is this?
What the hell?
Exactly. Yes.
Where are your guys? That's it. Cool.
Yeah. But another reminder, I put the link for my other channel in the coffee company. There are 200 of you in the audience today. Please help the coffee company get closer to 1,000 subscribers. That would really mean a lot to us. Thank you all so much for watching today's show. It's been a bit of a crazy pump up. It's been a bit of a crazy pop up. Bobby, give us a catchphrase.
Unity through football. Enjoy the year's coming to an end. Nothing but love for all of you. Going into the new year, I wish you health, wealth, happiness, and prosperity.
Cooves, catchphrase, sunshine.
Let's see the resurrection of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Let's say that because you can't say resurrection without res.
Yes, correctly.
Or erection.
Thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you smell what the cough is, brewing. And as always, take it away, Aki.
I will do. There's a very good chance I could do another stream tomorrow because I'm off. I am going to add to it 7 managers, 5 years, game-changing stadium. And as always, Levy out.